All right. Yes, apologies for that error there. I sincerely do apologize. I did not know that I haven't turned on my microphone, and that what happens when you don't have anybody with you in the study for the in the studio for the start. That mistake can happen. Start. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective.
Good evening or afternoon for you.
Afternoon, yeah, good afternoon for me. It's just noon, just 2 minutes past noon. How are you doing, Stav?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I was lucky. I reached out to Fahim, and he immediately shared the lineup for me. So, Fahim, thank you very much. I appreciate that, my brother. And again, please, if you're in the chat or if you're watching from anywhere, please make sure to go check out CFC Fahim. It's a good Chelsea channel, great content, and also very, very. He's objective, and that's why I am associate. That's why I'm associating with him, but he's become a brother over us. I urge you to go check out CFC for him. I can assure you that you will not you will not be disappointed. And Glenn, thank you for pointing out that that you couldn't hear me then. I appreciate that. And also greetings to Bobby Fairview and of course CFC Fahim. So this is the lineup, and this was beautifully done by Fahim himself. He's good. He's in terms of producing graphic works. As you can see, how beautiful this looks, and its lineup. It is. I think you could say it is 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, however you want to phrase it, because the formation switches either in transition or if we're defending, however you see it. Three at the back, which is led by Thiago Silva, Christensen to his right, Antonio Rudiger to his left. And for the left wing back position, we have Marcos Alonso. And to that, I'm not surprised about because he's rested, although at one time when he wasn't in the team was because he got injured or was sick or so. I think he tested positive to COVID. Was that the situation, Stav?
Yeah, he had COVID and they weren't sure if he fully recovered.
Oh, okay. Okay. And for the go ahead. Oh, and for the right wing back position, we have Cesar Azpilicueta. And from what I'm hearing from CFC for him, he's suggesting that it could be a three midfield man, and I think possibly that will be the case since we have Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante on the pitch at the same time. Possibly it could be a three-man midfield and two attackers. And I surely do not trust this placement here, but we'll see what happens. Which is comprised of Pulisic and Kai Havertz. Stab, what do you think about the lineup overall?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I would have liked to have seen Ziyech playing as well, but he's picked that system, so he obviously doesn't need him right now.
He's picked out what?
I said he's picked the system that he's picked, so he's obviously decided he doesn't need Ziyech in that system.
And also, it's yeah. Go ahead.
It will be three midfield, and when without a possession,
you think it will be a three-man midfield?
Yeah, it will be because when without a possession, there'll be the three of them, and then when we're in possession, possibly Kante pushing in, Kovacic progressing the ball from through the centre.
So what do you think about this comment from Bobby Fairview? Says midfield looks crowded, as he's suggesting that we're playing for a draw. Is that the case?
They're going to play 4-4-2. That's their standard.
Definitely, that's a traditional formation that Lille usually deploys. But given this placement here, I think we have more attacking players on the pitch. Actually, if you ask me, do you think we're really playing for a draw, just like Bobby is suggesting here?
No, because that's dangerous. Going for the draw is dangerous.
Yeah, because we have more attacking players on the pitch, right?
Yeah, it's the Kante and Kovacic are there to progress the ball through the centre and pushing behind the two. Obviously, they've got to get back if we lose possession. Because we can't just play two against the back four. So they're going to have to provide support as well and obviously Aspie and Alonso getting forward. So if they're going forward, then we'll probably sit two of those three. Have to sit and cover them going forward.
Mm-hmm. And it's important to note that head-to-head, we've played them, I think, 3 times, and we've won all 3 games. So I think they'll be looking to win this one, and also a winner, like if they beat us by a well-go result doesn't matter these days. If they beat us by 3 goals to 2, they go through. So they'll be all out to attack us. So that's where I'm thinking that Bobby's comment makes a sense, since they'll be looking to score 2 goals and also score 1 more, so that they will go through. What do you think, Stav?
Yeah, which is why they're an attacking team, right? So we can't just sit for a draw. Plus, they're a physical side as well. The good thing is Sanchez is missing, apparently.
Oh yeah, let me look at their lineup again. I'm not seeing the full lineup here. But let me see if I can see Leo's lineup from anywhere. The app somehow isn't showing everything fully. Go ahead, you were saying something.
That's what they were saying, that he'll be without him. But then again, coaches have been known to tell fibs anyway, so I don't know.
And please, wherever you're watching from, if you're watching from, we have about 38 people watching, but it looks like 90% of them or so are watching from Facebook. And I appreciate it if you can join us here on YouTube. And by the 38 minutes into the show, if you have up to 50 people watching, we will do a giveaway, but you'd have to be on YouTube to participate. Let me try see if I can see the lineup here. Yes, I can see it. It is 3-5-2 indeed. So Fahima is very correct. And for the Leo side, 4-4-2 is their traditional formation, and looks like they're lined up that way, and they don't have Sanchez, but Jonathan David plays, and he's a very, very tricky customer. What do you think about Jonathan Davis, his pace and his finishing ability, Star?
Well, he scored 12 goals last season, which was only 1 more than Broja did at Vitesse. So yeah, he obviously has dangers.
That's not a bad return, but go ahead.
But whether he's prolific or not, is a different thing. I don't know how many he scored this year. I've not looked. I don't know what his record is this year.
Yeah, and I agree with this coming from Just Viola. Kante is probably going to play up front. I think he will be more advanced than the other 2 midfielders. And again, but I think Kante, he will be everywhere, because defensively he will be key in protecting our defense. Jorginho and Kovacic, they aren't the strongest in terms of providing correct, proper protection for our defenders. So I'm going to look here, and then in a bit I'll share the link so that anybody that wants to join the conversation on the panel can do so. We sacrificed a forward for an additional midfielder. You see that as more attacking. I think I think I understand Bobby's argument a bit, but I'm not really sure. What do you think, Stav? He's saying that we sacrificed a forward for an additional midfielder. I think he's just looking to control the game, but to some measure, you could argue that it's still an attacking move. What do you think, Stav?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to say sacrifice the midfield, I'm assuming Bobby thinks we should match him 4-4-2. Right, but no, it's all right. To all intents and purposes, we're playing with a 5, aren't we? Right, so you're starting with 5. The 2 wing backs will be higher up the pitch as well. So you'll have the 3 at the back. And we're playing with 5. So you've got 3 against their 2, and then we've got 5 against their 4. The only difference is that we've got 2 up against their 4 in the top of the field. And if Kante is going to join the attacks, then that's okay, because the wing backs will as well.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we answer this question on the screen. And if you're in the chat also, feel free to let us know what you think about where the situation leaves Romelu Lukaku because I was thinking he was going to play this game also, and it doesn't seem like the manager trusts him. Maybe sometime towards the end of the season, or maybe a few games more, he'll get a chance to play games. But right now, I think that's a problem for him to overcome before he starts game again. What do you think? What do you say to this question on the screen from Fahim, where he says, "Where does this leave Lukaku? Where does he go from here?"
Well, I didn't actually expect him to start.
And there's a good answer for you there on the screen. He says Inter. But go ahead. Do you want me to read the comment again?
He's denied it.
Yeah, I know he's denied it, but from your perspective, what do you think? Where does he go from here?
Actually, he was quite aggressive in his denial as well. Quite angry about the fact that he was being linked with Inter again. I've already said that the media will make their own ideas up, right? They'll just speculate. You'll get some fool in Italy who wants to build that story up. Usually it's Fabrizio Romano. But the only thing I've seen really, in truth, is that Barca have an interest. It depends. It depends with what they've got Aubameyang, haven't they? So I don't know, unless they want to pair the two together, Barca. But he could end up at Inter. But I have to take him at his word that he has no intention of leaving. And he's just going to fight. There will be games, right, where he can play. Okay, where he can play up top, and you can play Havertz in behind him, right, as more mobile, fluent player behind him. Because remember what happened Sunday, right? We had to start going long. We'd have gone long earlier, right? And got into the space between their 4 and their 5. You probably could have exploited them more. It depends if they're going to press us hard tonight. They're going to be hard pressed and physical.
Yeah, you can be rest assured they will, because they need this win. They need it. They need to win this game, so they will be all out to attack us. I don't think they will even defend that much. But that gives us a chance to hit them on a break when we get the chance, or even they will be open. That if we play very well, we will get a chance to score against them. So I think this game is for us to lose. And I'm beginning to think maybe Bobby is actually correct. Bobby Fergie is actually correct in what he says. He's saying, why sacrifice? What's that statement again? Let me see if I'll see it from Bobby. We sacrifice a forward to add for an additional midfielder. You see, I think it's beginning to make sense a bit, but it's also important for us to control the game, which was why I think Thomas Tuchel opted for for Jorginho to start. But
we've lost Coachila.
Oh my God, Coach. Where's he gone?
Is that you, Fahim?
Studio.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. So I was going to ask now. Let's start talking about the stadium staff. Why? That is any surprises for you, or are these the 11 players you wanted to start this game?
Not necessarily, but I'm not gonna try and pretend that I'm more tactically aware than Tuchel, right? And we're playing away, so the onus is on them. They're the ones who have to attack.
Yes, they have to. Yes,
right. It's not just the 2-0. Their fans are going to be roaring them on, and so the onus is on them. So he's obviously decided. Kante's mobile and quick. Kovacic can move fairly quickly. Alonso and Aspie don't have that pace. So sometimes the midfield's going to have to be the ones providing the support behind Pulisic and Havertz. And Pulisic and Havertz are going to be mobile and moving, which means they'll try to spread their defence, the little defence, and try and, like I said before, maybe Alonso and Aspie will become inverted and go up the inside, and then you're going to get Kanté supporting it as well. It's going to be totally different from when we're in possession and when we're not. But we've obviously, they're going to go for it straight away from the beginning, so we have to counter that to start with, and then slowly take control of the midfield in the game and the pace and momentum. So, because we can't afford to concede early.
Yeah, and coming to you, Fahim, any surprises for you? But before you say something, I like this comment on the screen. But the fact is, to answer your question, Glenn, I do not think Lukaku dropping to the bench has anything to do. That is a statement that he wanted to state. No, probably Tuchel had already made up his mind, and Kai is on form. And if should Lukaku come on, I think it will take some readjustment in the players that has performed of late. And that isn't as simple as we usually see it as fans, because Kai has been in great form, and our attack is. I think we've all seen it. Usually more fluid in the absence of Lukaku. We create more chances in the absence of Lukaku. We even have scored more goals in the absence of Lukaku. And I'd have to also to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of Nee, Blue Gloves TV. Glad to see you back. He underwent a surgery, which I don't want to say why here. And I'm glad to see that you're back, and hope you're getting better. I will continue to pray for you, brother. So Fahim, coming to you overall, any surprises for you, or would you have started these players too?
To be honest, I don't mind the lineup. Playing with three midfielders, I would have liked to see three attackers, but I think in this game we're just trying to be cautious. We're just trying to gain control in this game. So as long as we win and progress through, I wouldn't mind it.
So to you, you don't really matter the 11. I think for me, I think the only surprise there, as much as I want, I think we'll lack, maybe when the game starts, the application will be different. I think we will lack a bit of creativity given the absence of Hakim Ziyech. And remember, he's proven time and time again that he's the only guy in our team that can really shoot from outside 18 and shoot with accuracy. I don't know why he's dropped to the bench. Maybe he's not fully fit. Let's take a look at the bench here and see if it's even there. For our bench, we have Harvey Vale, we have Kennedy, Romelu Lukaku, Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Malang Sarr, Trevor Chalobah, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Reece James. It looks like did I miss it? Okay, Hakim Ziyech is there. So I'm surprised it's not starting. I don't know the reason for that. And okay, let's talk about how about the formation? Why play this formation? Why play a 3-5-2? We haven't played in that's with this structure for quite some time. Not that I even remember any time. Are you there, Stav?
Yeah. Like I said, the 5 is to counter their 4 and their 2 forwards to give the defence a bit more protection. But there's going to be times we're going to have to shift the ball. We have to shift the ball a lot quicker than we did against Newcastle. And sometimes we can't do it, play out from the back. We've got to move the ball forward, go long occasionally, and move it to the wings as well. Can't just play the tippy-tappy stuff against the team that's going to press you. So that's the only thing I can think of. He's got that 5 there, and then we contend with their attacks. And then when we got the ball, get the ball into the midfielders and progress it quickly, or move the ball wide.
Yeah, we have to be quicker, but I'm suspecting since Tuchel, overloading the midfield seems like he's more concerned about controlling the game and not even, not the tempo of the game. But this comment on the screen echoes Bobby Fairview's comment. And I'm coming to you, Fahim. He says, I honestly believe he could have started this game. And why do we need all the three midfielders today? Are we defending? I've argued before that doesn't necessarily mean that it's Tuchel did these with the intent to defend. To me, I think it's more of him trying to control the game. So, what do you think, Fahim?
Who does he mean that's not starting?
I think he's referring to Lukaku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Martin, let us know if you're talking about Lukaku or Ziyech. But go ahead, Fahim.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, a formation is just a shape. It's how you use that shape. If we're going to use
The
it
application,
defensively,
yeah.
if you use it defensively, then you'd see us sitting back, and it would be like extremely defensive. But if you're going to use it in a more attacking wise, it could work. It could really work. You just need everyone to follow the game plan, follow the structure, and it just depends on how we apply the tactic to Tuchel is setting today. So we'll have to see and watch.
It's the Divinity. No, the match hasn't started. The match starts 5 minutes around. We'll round off before the match starts up around less than an hour from now. But let's look at what's it again? I think I saw a comment here I wanted us to talk about. And for him, I haven't asked you, what do you think about the line or about the formation?
The formation, to be honest, like the staff said, I think it's to counter their four in midfield. I think they will press us high, so we'll need an extra person in midfield to just outnumber their midfielders as well. So it could work. It could. I don't know. But one thing I'm worried about is more of the pace of how we can attack. I feel like it will be quite slow and lethargic when we move in transition. But that's my only concern. But in terms of just continuing that lead, I think it's okay to have it as a 3-5-2, especially in a Champions League game. If it was a Premier League game, I would be a little bit concerned. But for the Champions League game, I think you have to set up like this sometimes.
Yeah, and just like Bobby mentioned here, it says we've got 8 defensive players on the field. This will be a snooze fest, but that's not a bad thing given that we're 2-0 up. I mean, it could change if they score one goal. A lot changes, and hopefully we get a lot of changes in terms of because we'll be under pressure. Because if we concede the second, the momentum will be on their side, and then we'll see the possibility of them scoring even one more goal and end up winning the game. Now, let's talk about a bit about the opposition, Stav. How well do you know the Lille side?
Not very. I don't watch French football.
But you know Jonathan David enough, knowing that he's pacey and definitely as Splicata, if we play a high line, we might have a handful in terms of dealing with his pace, and he knows how to make some decisive runs behind defenders. How about you, Fahim? How well do you know the Lille side?
I don't know much about them. I know some of their players, like Yilmaz, David, Bamba, Fonte. I know some of these players, but from like the last game, they pressed us quite high. I'm assuming that they'll do the same in this game. Considering the fact that they're 2-0 down, I think they will press high from minute 1. So
even more than they did in the first leg, because they were brilliant in terms of their pressing, and they had some good chances to go ahead.
Yeah, so I think they will press more aggressively today. So that's my I think that's what Tuchel's thinking is that let's have more players sitting a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit towards our side, to our half, rather than everyone in the opposition's half, so that we can just gain control, have players in our half, and not get like pressed heavily like that.
Yeah, and Laura David, no, we do not have the right to broadcast the match, and it's against the law. We don't do that. All we do is analyze the lineup and talk about, analyze the teams and talk about individual players, whether to have made the right selections or not. Fahim, thank you very much for that input. And if you're in the chat now is the time to you to ask us questions, and we'll try to address your questions regarding the game. We like to make it an interactive show here, or every show on Chelsea Perspective. I know you guys enjoy that. So shoot your questions and we'll try to answer your questions. Phantom of Many Topics say, if we win against Lille, are we eligible to play Liverpool or Manchester City in quarterfinal round or non-English only? Can you answer that, Stav?
Yes. It's open draw from after this round.
It's only round of 16. You can't play against English teams or your own league.
Yeah, you can't play against in the last 16. You can't play against a team you played in the group stage, and you can't play against a team from your own league. But in the last 8, it's open draw, so you can play against the team you played in the group stage and the team from your own country. So yes.
Yeah.
So, Phantom, I hope that answers your question. Until the last 8, that's when for the last 8, you can play a team from the same country, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for taking some time to answer that question. And Lord David, I've answered your question already. We don't show the game here. We only talk about it. And Rudy got to attack and take one of his insane shots on goal. I hope that happens. I enjoy it whenever he does that. But usually whenever he does it at the same time, I'm usually afraid because there's a chance that he could lose the ball and then we will be exposed. Again, if you're in the chat, keep bringing on the questions and we will try to address them one by one. And let the admin please block these guys that are trying spamming with links, illegal links, to get people to go watch games that they did not pay for. Now, Lille plays 4-4-2. They deploy the 4-4-2 formation, and I think if you watch them play, that is learn how to implement it. That is to a T and effectively. Do you think that will cause us any problems, Stav?
What, them playing 4-4-2?
Yes.
Well, yeah, and that's why he's got the 5-man midfield, right? The thing is, okay, right, against Tottenham, the first game, the league game, we struggled, right, because Dombele controlled the midfield, and then we changed to the second half. We changed to this formation, and we had all 3 midfielders on. Right, we know Kante can get forward and support the attack, and he can carry the ball. Think about the way Lampard and Sarri used Kante, right? So he's going to have a busy evening. He's going to be all over the place, which he normally is. So we played this formation the second half. I think Nuno was the manager then, and we beat them 3-0. So no, it's not a big. It's not that much of an issue because the onus isn't on us; it's on them. They have to go. They have to be the team attacking. So
yeah.
So we have to maybe. I understand that if you go and start quick and you get an early goal, it changes the tie a little bit, right? But we also, by the same token, we can't let them score early because then the tie's on its head again. So we've got to be a bit cautious initially, and then you're looking at the front 2 because they're both mobile and they can interchange and they can both go into the false 9 slot or they can go out wide and stuff like that, right? And then Kante can push him through the middle. And you'll see Kante going out wide occasionally as well. You'll see him going wide right and probably combining with Aspie down that right-hand side.
I wanted to ask, okay, sorry, you're still saying something. Go ahead.
And then you probably get Kovacic doing the same thing with Alonso, but only when within possession. And then obviously Jorginho's got to sit. But I mean,
I wanted to ask this question now. I know judging who said, let me ask why that is why deploy Kante further forward. Is he more effective there, or is he better used as a lone six here because he provides better protection for the three defenders behind him than Jorginho would. So why this structure here? This is really the structure.
well, initially he's going to be defensive, isn't he? Early on, he's going to be defensive until we can take control of the game and the pace and the tempo, right? But we've got to soak it
then we
up.
can change the way we operate.
Yeah, but we've got to soak it up early because they've got no choice. They've got to go for it straight away, right? And because they're playing 4 at the back and 4 midfielders, they can afford to go for it because they've got 4 up against our 2 as it stands when you look at the thing. So they can afford to go for it, right? And they've got to go for it. If they get an early goal, changes the tie altogether. Sorry.
You're fine. Yeah, and I think I agree with you. And we have about 70 people watching, 90% or about 80% of which are watching from Facebook. If you all can join us here on YouTube, we will do a giveaway, but you can only participate in the giveaway if you join us here on YouTube, and I'll provide the link to the show in the chat so you can see it and join us on YouTube if you want to participate in the giveaway. Here is the link to join us on the show on YouTube, and make sure when you get to YouTube, type and let us know I joined from Facebook. I'd appreciate it if you can do that. Here is it. You can see the link to join us here on YouTube so that you get a chance to participate in the giveaway. Now, Stav, let me ask Fahim, coming to you. That's the same question I asked Stav. Given that these guys are playing a 4-4 with a structure of 4-4-2, do you think it will cause us issues, or are you with Stav on that one?
I'm with Stav with that one. That's why we're playing 5 in midfield. I think Tuchel from the last game, he pretty much took notes down and then thought about this properly, and I think that's why we're playing this sort of shape, so that to counter their press. So, so I think I don't mind it if it works. So that's the only thing I'm care about, is that if it works, fair play to Tuchel.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's doing, and hopefully it works well for us. But I'm beginning to think about what Bobby Fairview said, and also who's the other person here echoed his statement that seems defensive. But Bobby again agreed, even though it seemed defensive, it is it's not a bad thing, but given that we're 2-0 up. Now, Just Viola made a comment here about the structure. He says in the app it is 4-2-3-1, and I'd argue that it's more like it. That is more like it, given the personnel we have on the pitch. And if you look at it here, Fahim, you're suggesting with your graphics here, you're suggesting it is 5-3-2, and I doubt, and also what's his name? Bobby Fairview mentioned that we haven't played with this structure before since the last time we lost to Manchester City. And for here, they have what's the formation they have here? 3-5-2. So if the Chelsea app says it is 4-2-3-1, and Just Viola, I hope you're referring to the Chelsea app. If that's the case, let me know. Stav, do you really think this is the structure? If this one here that says 3-5-2, or the structure that Fahim provided that says 5-3-2, or do you think it is 4-2-3-1 like Just Viola that has on the screen right now?
No, I think as long as they're playing a 4-man midfield, we won't play with a 2-man midfield because he'll just go down the sides of us. It's again.
I think Just Viola saying Lille play 4-2-3-1, not us.
Oh yeah, he says 4-2-3-1, not us. So yeah, sorry, I misread that. Let me see it here. This still says 4-4-2, but usually traditionally they do play 4-4-2. Yeah, okay, but that's by the way. I'm still. Let's talk about Marcus Alonso in this game. And Bamba is pacey and is also physical. What if David, who is the most pacey, I think the quicker of the players, and I think Bobby Fairview would most definitely know more about Jonathan David, given that he's his fellow countryman. I think Alonso. Do you think he's a better option there, or would you have preferred Malang Sarr there, Staff? Fahim, can you hear me?
Yep.
So, given how pacey these guys are, would you have played Malang Sarr, or do you think Alonso is a better option there?
For me, if we had played Malang Sarr, I think we'd just be too defensive, because the fact that we need someone that can make attacking runs. Malang Sarr is not a proper wing back, and I know Alonso is very slow, but he can make some good runs at the same time. Like his attacking.
No question about how good he is. He is going forward. But go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, like defensively, he can be a bit suspect. But I think if we had played Malang Sarr, I don't think we'd see enough attacking runs from him. I think Alonso is a better option, in my opinion.
What do you think, Stav? Would you rather play Alonso there?
Yeah.
Or why is that?
Because he'll progress the ball better when we're in possession and playing out.
So you'd rather us attack, and you're not so worried so much about the defensive aspect of the game. I think go ahead. You were saying something.
No, that's the reason why. And if we were playing 4 at the back, maybe you would see Sarr there, but we're not. So we need to be able to progress the ball down the flanks as well, not just through the middle.
Are you okay, Stav? And hello, Roger Mila. Roger Mila, that's a good name. And Roger Mila, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and don't also forget to like the stream. Again, we have about 80 people, 76 people watching, but 80% of them are watching on Facebook. I've provided the link to the YouTube channel. If you, at least 50 people can come to the YouTube channel, we will do a giveaway. We'll only do the giveaway for those on YouTube, watching on YouTube. Now, let's see. There's a comment here. I think Bobby Fairview added another comment here. Ahmed Mohammed, nice to see you. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. Join us. I provided the link to the YouTube channel. Join us on YouTube so you can participate in the giveaway. But we must have at least 50 people watching on YouTube before we do the giveaway. Bobby says, is Renato Sanchez starting for them? He is underrated. The English teams, because of his time at Swansea, he is a midfield commando, if you ask me. I've watched him for Portugal. That's Portugal, yeah. And also watching him, even against us, I think he did well. Didn't he play against us in the first leg?
Yeah, I think he came off the bench. I'm not sure.
So is he playing tonight?
No, he's not playing. I'm not seeing Renato Sanchez here. I'm seeing Jonathan, the 2 front men for them, if you can see it on the screen, are David Yilmaz. They have Bamba on the right-hand side, right wing. Andre and Zika are the 2-6-6, if you like. And on the left wing position, they have Gunmotson. Hopefully I got that right. No, they don't have Sanchez on. Let me see if he's even on the bench. If it's not, then he's probably injured. Hatem Ben Arfa is on the bench. Modu Onana, Angel Gomez, Isaac Alhaji, Timothy Ware, Renato Sanchez is injured. I wish him well, but that's good news for us because he did quite well against us during the first leg. They were just, I think they had even the chance to score a few goals. Now, Bobby says, yeah, we've read that. So we're taking the questions from people in the chat. Let us know if you have any questions, and we will address it. Like I said before, we will do a giveaway, but we must have up to 50 people watching on YouTube. And to participate, again, here is the link to our YouTube channel to come join us here to participate in the giveaway. Anything else you want to say, staff? While we wait to see the questions from the fans in the chat.
No, I just think I think the system can work. I just don't want to see Jorginho getting pressed too much.
So you think this system will work?
Yeah, the system will work, but Jorginho has got to be on his game. And I think the other two are there to give him the out ball either side of him. So it can work. I mean,
can you explain to us why you think it will work?
Because we've got to stop them, but then we've got to progress the ball quickly. And I don't want to see us passing back to the keeper continuously and playing it along the back line. So it's got to go into the midfield, and then he's got to progress the ball onto either Kovacic or Kante, and then try and get the wing backs down the line as well. So it can work. It worked at Tottenham. It's the same system we played at Tottenham in the second half of the league game when Nuno was their manager before Conte. So it worked there. Obviously, it didn't work against Man City, but that's because Man City have got Pep and he's worked out how to play against that system, against the three midfielders. So, but we also have to remember that Tuchel will already know them because he would have played against them last year with PSG. So it's not a new side to him. So he knows them quite well. And you can tell by the way he spoke about them that he knows what they're going to do. So I've got to trust in him that he's picked a team that he thinks and a formation that he thinks will counter them and stop them.
Yeah, and I great input there. And I agree with this brother here, Luis Mikel Ferry, who says we need to attack more. And I think Alonso is the best option. That is correct. Whenever I talk Alonso, I usually don't argue anything against people saying how good how well he does going forward for us. And the fact remains, actually, you could argue Alonso is an attacker in the disguise of a defender, because defending isn't really his strongest suit. It's attack. He's got some shot in him that even some of our attackers here will be jealous of, will be proud of if they do have it. Again, I'm going to give people the opportunity again to come join us on YouTube to participate in the giveaway. We have 110 people watching, and I still think a large percentage of it, only 14 people watching on YouTube. If at least 50 people can join us on YouTube, we will do a giveaway. And I've added the link to our YouTube channel in the comment section. You will see it, or if not, just search for Chelsea Perspective. You will see our channel. Click through and join the conversation, and you will participate in the giveaway. So we will still have time to facilitate that if people join. And I saw some new faces here. Ganiyu Ayodele, I know you're not a subscriber here. I'd appreciate it if you can subscribe to the channel. Also, this brother here, Chris Stan, I know you're not a subscriber here. I appreciate it if you can subscribe. And Nee says we could not have two more different games than we had in Norwich and against Newcastle in terms of playing style and obstacles to overcome. I think you could argue the game against Newcastle United, the game panned out as expected because they had 5 defenders. That wasn't even disguised. They had 5 defenders all through the game. And mind you, those 5 defenders are just the starters. And as the game, if we have the ball, their midfielders will join them. So they practically will have around 11 players defending against us. So we were professional in that game. We did not give up. We kept playing until Kai Havertz found that goal for us during the dying minutes. While I go through the questions and the inputs in the chat, if you have anything to add for him, you go ahead. And Stav, if you have anything to say. And this brother here, Dread68, says, evening, gentlemen, I think Kante will push forward more of a 10 with Jorginho and cover. Yes, I think Tuchel likes to use them, even likes to use Kante for the forward. And again, there's something that Kante does very, very well that people don't give him credit for. I think Kante is a creator. And there's one thing about when he creates chances, it is Ruben Loftus-Cheek who does that the same way. He holds the ball and is never in a hurry to pass the ball to the guy that will finish it. Until the last second, he makes sure that when that is the intended person gets the pass, it will be just that person and the goalkeeper. And then because if you're in a hurry to pass the ball to the attacker, then the defenders will get a chance to defend. What do you think about this comment on the screen, Fahim?
Yeah, I agree with that comment as well. I think I think Cover and Kante will push forward, mainly because I think Alonso and Azpilicueta are not gonna always be able to go up and go down every single time. So it's also then the Kovacic and Kante to support Azpilicueta and Alonso in attacking sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen that happen before when we played this sort of shape, that the 2 8s will attack as well and join, not just the wing backs.
Mm-hmm.
They will actually go out wide as well. So you'd see Kante on the right hand side rather than in the center in some occasions in the game. So yeah, I agree with that comment.
Yeah, well, how about you, Stav? And also, yeah, Steve Chelsea, they will be all out to attackers because they're 2 goals down. They'd like to equalize it and get even one more goal, so they will carry the day. What do you think about that comment, Stav? This comment here.
Yeah, I alluded to that anyway, but I said that.
Yes, you did. Yeah, but talk about it
out
specifically, yes. Go ahead. You were saying something, Stav.
No, that's it. I said I already said that. So don't expect Kante to just sit in the middle. He'll progress the ball, and the likelihood is he'll drift out to the right and combine with Aspi. And then on the other side, maybe Kovacic will combine with Alonso. But we have to win the ball first, then we've got to progress it quickly. We can't be trying to play it out from the back. Because if we try to play it out from the back, we're going to have anything between 2 and 6 players trying to press us high into our own half. So it's got to be quick. And Mendy's got to think about getting the ball forward and not trying to be clever with it, trying to juggle it and trying to pass it around to the defenders. And also we've got Silva, who's got a decent passing range, long ball. So it is in there as well. So we'll be okay.
Yeah, and I agree with this the comment here from Bobby Fairview, which says this system would definitely protect Jorginho. We just need to be careful about sitting back. Yeah, if we sit back, we'll be calling for the pressure. We'll be inviting pressure on ourselves. And if they come at us 10 times, chances are twice they will get through and maybe score against us. So we don't want to sit back. I think that's a great comment there by Bobby Fairview. So let me go through the comments again. And please, I urge people, we have 100 and around 130 people watching, only 14 on YouTube. If you guys can just come over and join us on YouTube, the name is Chelsea Perspective. Search for it and you will find the channel. Join us, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Believe me, you will enjoy the content that we produce here, and also that will help the channel grow. And also make sure you smash that like button. We have just 5 minutes to round up. It's looking like the giveaway isn't going to happen today because we have just 12 people out of 128 people watching on YouTube. Okay, we move, and the 17th to hit the like. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It is a banana peel. We must kill the aggregate scoreline by scoring 1 or 2 more. I think I can agree with that. What do you think, Fahim?
Yes, I agree with that. If we let them score, that 2-0 lead can flip instantly.
It can evaporate. Yep.
Yeah,
it changes a lot.
It changes a lot. It gives them momentum. It builds up more pressure for us to not concede another one, and especially there's no away goals, but it doesn't matter in this game. So I think if we can get
an aggregate overall, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if we get an early goal and make it 3-0 in aggregate, then I think we will win this convincingly anyway. So, but the main thing is to not let them have clear-cut chances or let them create chances. Otherwise, it gives them more confidence. So I don't want to see that.
What do you think, Stav, about that Mikhail's comment here?
Yes. What's his comment?
I say it's a banana peel. We must kill the aggregate score line by scoring 1 or 2 more goals.
Yeah, I said it from the beginning, didn't I? That from the beginning, we can't let them score early because it turns the game on its head, the tie on its head. Because if they get an early goal, they can be more careful then, can't they, themselves, and try and bide the time to get the second goal. Right, because you're going to have extra time anyway. So basically, they've got to set themselves a target of getting 2 goals, even if they only make it 2-2 after 90 minutes. Yeah. So it's similar. When we went to going a while back when Ranieri was a coach, we went to Arsenal and it was a draw at Stamford Bridge, and they scored early, but because of the draw at Stamford Bridge, I think it was 0-0 if I remember rightly. Right. So because we went to Highbury needing 2 goals, right? Because we knew they were going to score one. Well, no, we needed 2 goals, right, to make certain. They scored early, so we still played our game the same way because nothing had changed. We still needed the 2 goals. So nothing really changed. Conceding the goal didn't change anything. So we always had to better them by 1 goal. So the fact they scored wasn't going to put us out, because then if we scored 1, we'd have had the away goal. So it's not that. We've got to stop them getting an early goal. We don't want them to turn the tie on its head. And yet, if we can get an early goal ourselves, that changes things because they've got to come more gung-ho then, and that leaves spaces out in the back. So, but the first thing to do is not concede and then look to be getting the goal. Well, I think we'll win 2-0 anyway. There's my prediction.
Okay, I hope that happens. Fahim, quickly, are you doing a watch along?
No, I won't be doing a watch along. I'll do a live review after
match
the
review.
game, straight after the game. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, if you're in the chat, whether you're watching from Facebook or anywhere, we have about 164 people watching. Unfortunately, only 10 are watching on YouTube, but that's still fine. Thank you for finding time to watch on Chelsea Perspective. That means a lot to us. It doesn't matter where you're watching from. I was only calling people to join us here so that you can participate in the giveaway, but that will be for another show. Now, what time the game starts? The game starts in about just 6 minutes. And again, it is CFC Fahim, like you will see on the screen here. He will do a live match review, and I urge you to please go check it out. CFC Fahim here. And sorry, my apologies, I forgot that my brother Tyrone joined us. Tyrone, what's your take on the lineup overall, quickly?
Yeah, it's basically like what I was hearing you guys say. It's down to to the flanks and what the wing backs do. Obviously, Alonso's starting makes sense because we need that offensive ability on that left instead of Sar. Kante and Kovacic, Jorginho is a 3. I think that's good because Kovacic was impactful when he came on against Newcastle. So we need his press, we need his ability to get the ball forward, because without him there, we won't really have that pressing, and we won't really have that progression of the ball as well. So it's important that we added in this game. So I think it's good, and I'm hoping that like Savi saying, that we're able to defend and we don't concede an early goal. But I'm saying 1-0. I think it's going to be 1-0 at least.
Okay, I'm going to be bold here. I think because they will be all out to score against us, I think Chelsea's going to win this one by 3 goals to nothing. Fahim, how about you? Yeah, and apologies. And again, my apologies to you, Tyrone. I forgot you were in the studio. Yeah, I was just carried away. Fahim, what about you? What do you think, so that we can round up and go watch the game?
I think 2-0 win for Chelsea.
2-0 win. And please take some time, tell the people how they can find you so that they can participate in the live match preview.
Yeah, we'll be doing a live review. I think me and Jay.
Live review, sorry, my apologies.
No problem. Me and Jay, who's also a brilliant analysis of the game, we'll be doing a live review straight after the game. I think around 10 minutes after full time, 10-15 minutes. So yeah, CFC Fahim.
Yes, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. And this brother here says, I'm confident that we are going to carry the day considering our last three matches because we are also to score goals. That makes perfect sense. And I think with I have to say, we take over their central midfield, no space for them. I think that makes sense. You will make a good tactician, Steve Chelsea. And with that, I say thank you to everybody that's participated, whether on Facebook, whether yeah, thank you very much, Bobby Fairview. Always good to see you. Whether you participated on Facebook or on Twitter, and we still have about 231 people watching, 99.9% of which are watching on Facebook. You can come join us. Find our YouTube channel. It is called Chelsea Perspective. You can find us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. You can help us grow, and believe me, you will love all the delicious content that we'll produce here. And we have a show called Blue Morning that airs every day, 11 a.m. UK time. And with that, I say thank you to everybody. Thank you, staff. Thank you, Fahim. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you all for finding time to join me on the panel. God bless us all. And hopefully our boys will get a win today and help us, deal with the stuff we're going through right now. See you guys next time. Cheers.